Hi, hello everyone. Welcome back to our channel. I am teacher Jasmin, and for today, I will be the one to discuss to you the process on how to simplify operations on functions. This is for grade 11 general mathematics students. So these are the operations of functions. Given the two functions, f of x and g of x, then we can get their sum. So the first operation is the sum of functions. If we have the quantity f plus g of x, then the result will become f of x plus h of x. We will add the two functions. The next operation is difference of functions. So if we have the two functions, we can get their difference. The quantity f minus g of x will become f of x minus g of x. Next, we can also get the product of the two functions. Okay, the quantity of f times g of x will become f of x times the g of x. Next, the fourth operation is the quotient, or we can divide functions. Quotient of functions, if we have f over g of x, then it will become f of x divided by g of x, where the denominator, the g of x, should not be equal to 0. Example number 1. Given the functions, we have three functions here. We have f of x, the value is x plus 5, and we also have g of x, the value is 2x minus 1, and we also have h of x, and the value is x squared plus 9x minus 5. With these given functions, we are going to determine the following. We have the sum of the functions. We are going to get the sum of the functions. Quantity f plus g of x. Next, letter B, we are going to get the difference of the two functions. Next, letter C, we are going to determine the product of the two functions. And letter D, we are going to determine the quotient of the two functions. Letter E, we have a value of x, which is 3. We are going to determine the sum of the two functions with the value of x, which is 3. Here is the solution for our A. The quantity f plus g of x, this will become f of x plus the second function, g of x. After that, we will now substitute the value of f of x, which is x plus 5, plus the second function, the value of g of x, which is equal to 2x minus 1. So instead of f of x, we are going to write now x plus 5. Then we will add it to the second function plus our second function, the value is 2x minus 1. So instead of g of x, we are going to write 2x minus 1. So 2x minus 1. The next step is to simplify, combining like terms. X plus 2x, we can have 3x. Then 5 minus 1, we can have positive 4. So therefore, adding the two functions, the quantity f plus g of x, the result is 3x plus 4. So this is the quantity f plus g of x. For letter B, we have the difference of the two functions. We have quantity f minus g of x. This will become f of x minus the second function, g of x. We will now substitute the value of f of x, which is equal to x plus 5. instead of writing f of x, we will write here x plus 5 minus the second function. Our second function is 2x minus 1. There. As what you have noticed, try to look at this one. We have a negative sign before this term. So all you have to do is to distribute this negative sign inside the parentheses. Now, simplifying further, we can have x plus 5, copy that. Then multiply this one. This will become a negative times 2x will give us negative 2x. Negative times negative 1 will give us positive 1. Now, combining like terms, x and negative 2x will give us negative x. Next, 5 plus 1 will give us positive 6. Therefore, if we are going to get the difference of the two functions, f minus g of x, the result is negative x plus 6. Next, letter C. For letter C, we are going to get the product of the two functions. So if we have the quantity f times g of x, this will become f of x times the g of x. We are going to get the product of the two functions. Substituting the value of f of x again, we have x plus 5, the value of f of x, times the second function, which is 2x minus 1. We can simplify this one, or we can get the product of these two binomials by applying the FOIL method. So for the first term, we have x times 2x. We can have 2x squared. Then x times negative 1 for our outside terms. So we can have negative x. Next, for the inner terms, 5 times 2x, we can have positive 10x. For the last terms, 5 times negative 1 will give us negative 5. Right. Simplifying further. So you copy it back. 2x squared. Then what about x? We have negative x and 10x. So the result will become positive 9x. Copy negative 5. So if you are going to determine the product of the two functions, f times g of x, the result is 2x squared plus 9x minus 5. We have for letter D, the division of functions. If we have h over g of x, this will give us h of x divided by g of x. Substituting the values of these two functions, the value of h of x, we have x squared plus 9x minus 5, x squared plus 9x minus 5. Next, substituting the value of the denominator, the g of x, which is equal to 2x minus 1. Okay? And then, try to look at this one. This is factorable. And we are going to factor that. That is your lesson for grade 8 during your junior high school. You can factor this out. And the factors of that are, you have x plus 5 and 2x minus 1. Then, copy the denominator, which is 2x minus 1. There. Out. 2x minus 1 divided by 2x minus 1. Divide out. So, if you are going to divide the two functions, h over g of x will give you x plus 5. For letter E, we have the sum of two functions, but we have the value of x, which is 3. Now, all you have to do is to get the sum of these two functions with a value of x which is equal to 3, this will become f of 3 plus g of 3. Now, we have our first alternative. Solve the two functions separately, in which, as we all know, that our f of x, the value is x plus 5. Knowing that the value of x is 3, substitute this x by 3. So, we have f of 3 is equal to x plus 5. We are going to substitute this x now with 3. Plus 5 will give us 8. So, our f of 3 is equal to 8. Next, we are going to determine the value of g of 3. Solve for the function g of x is equal to 2x minus 1 with the value of x which is 3. So this will become g of 3 equal to 2x minus 1. Substituting the value of x here, copy 2. This implies multiplication. Substitute it with 3. 2 times 3 minus, copy it back, minus 1. So 2 times 3 will give us 6 minus 1 will give us 5. Now, adding the two functions, f of 3 plus g of 3, f of 3 plus g of 3. Our f of 3 is equal to 8 plus our g of 3 is equal to 5. Now, the sum of these two functions is equal to 13. The second option is that we are going to add first the two functions. The x plus 5, which is the value of f of x, and the 2x minus 1, which is the value of g of x. Substituting it here, you add them first, plus the g of x, which is 2x minus 1. Combining like terms, x plus 2x will give us 3x. 5 minus 1 will give us positive 4. We have now the value of f plus g of x, which is equal to 3x plus 4. Now, we need to look for f plus g of 3. We will now substitute the value of x to the sum of these two functions, which is 3x plus 4. So instead of writing 3x plus 4, we will substitute this x with 3. Plus 4, copy. We have 3 times 3, which is 9, plus 4. 9 plus 4 is still equal to 13. The same here. So it's up to you now which alternative or which procedure you are going to apply. Whether this one you are going to add or evaluate them separately, evaluate the value of x plus 5 here, and then the g of 3 also, which is equal to 5. Then after that, you are going to add the 2. This is equal to 8. So 8 plus 5 will give you 13. Here, you are going to add first the two functions. Combine the two functions first. And after that, you are going to substitute the value of x. The answer is still the same. Composite function is denoted by f circle h, or we can read this one as f composition of h of x is equal to f of h of x. For example, if we are given two functions, f of x is equal to x squared plus 5x plus 6, and h of x, which is equal to x plus 2, and we are asked to evaluate this one, to get the value of this. F composition of h of x. So this will become, with our pattern earlier, f of h of x. To solve for the value of composition of functions, first we need to evaluate the function that is closer to the given value of the variable. So in our given, f circle h of x, function h is closer to x than that of function f, right? So we are going to evaluate first function h, then later will be function f. So this will be, we'll simplify this one. So copy f. Our h of x is x plus 2. Right. Knowing that our f of x is equal to x squared plus 5x plus 6, we will now substitute this value of the variable, which is x plus 2, to x. So this one will become f is equal to x plus 2. And then we will substitute this x plus 2 to the variable x. So this will become x plus 2 quantity squared plus 5, copy 5, then substitute x with x plus 2, close, plus 6, copy. Okay, simplifying further, we are going to square this binomial. So the square of this is x squared plus 4x plus 4. Then this one, we will distribute this to the terms inside the parentheses. So this will be 5 times x will give you 5x. 5 times 2 will give you 10. Then copy 6. Simplifying further, combining like terms, we have to combine this one, the terms which are alike. So copy x squared. We have 4x and 5x will give us 9x. Then 4 plus 10 will give us 14 plus 6 will give us 20. Therefore, our f of h of x is equal to x squared plus 9x plus 20. For letter B, we have f composition of h of 4. This will give us f of h of 4. Okay, again, to solve for the value of the composition of functions, look for the function that is closer to the given value of the variable. Again, in our given, function h is closer to 4 than that of function f. So we are going to evaluate first function h before function f. So for step 1, we will evaluate first h of x. Our h of x is x plus 2. Knowing that the value of our x is 4, so we will have h of 4. Substitute the value of x, which is 4. This will become 4 plus 2. So our h of 4 is equal to 6. After this one, we will now continue evaluating the second function, which is f of x. This will be our step 2. We have our f of x is equal to x squared plus 5x plus 6. Right. Our f of x now is 6. So we will substitute this one to here, to the variable x. So this will be f of 6. Substituting the value, this will become 6 squared plus 5 times 6 plus 6. The square of 6 is 36 plus 5 times 6, 30 plus 6. So our f of 6 is equal to 36 plus 30 plus 6 is equal to 72. So, that's it for today, guys. I hope you learned something from me. And if you do, don't forget to leave a thumbs up. And if you have some questions, clarifications, you may write that in the comment box for us to answer that. And if you are not able to subscribe yet, don't forget to subscribe and push that notification bell to be able to get updated with our next videos. That will be all. Stay safe, stay healthy. Goodbye.